Well, well, well. What do we have here? Stick around to find out. So I have here this this Stealth Generation 3 motor from CYC. I did order this from Johnny Nerdout, and if you don't know who Johnny Nerdout is, hop onto YouTube, put it into the to the search bar, and find it. He's incredibly entertaining. Anyway, got it through him. He's somebody who actually does build bikes. He takes old mountain bikes, kind of like what I'm doing, and converts them into e-mountain bikes. So let's take a look and see what's in here. First and foremost, I did order from Johnny Nerdout the magnetic brake cutoffs. I have hydraulic brakes on my current bike, and so I think it's really essential that I have these because there are many times where I've inadvertently hit the pedals on my bike and it's caused it to sort of surge forward. I don't think that you're going to have as much of that happening with something that is a torque sensor, so I don't think you have as much of an issue with that, but I got them anyway just in case. And so there's a cute little card here showing a beauty image of the CYC Stealth Generation 3 motor. There's a QR code to help you install it, so that could come in handy. Little message here welcoming me to the CYC community. That's nice of them. And this is the wiring harness that attaches to the controller on one side. The controller is what does what it sounds like it does. It controls the actual motor. And then there is, this one actually has 4 different leads coming out of it. And interesting. Oh, wow. So 2 of the leads are for magnetic sensors for brake cutoffs. So I guess, shoot, I didn't need to order the separate magnetic brake cutoffs from Johnny Nerdout. So darn it, that was 20 bucks that I could have saved. And then this one goes to the thumb throttle, which is really much higher quality thumb throttle than the one I have currently on my Espen Nesta. Wow. It's plastic, but it's really high quality plastic, and the actuation is stiffer and it's just better built, no doubt about that. And then this clearly must go to the display. This is the one that has the green mount on it, has a 5-pin piece for the display. Okay, so there's the wiring harness here. Put this aside. And then inside of here, oh, this looks like the speed sensor. Okay, so this is the thing that mounts on your chainstay and determines how fast you're going. And so there's a little magnetic piece that sits on your wheel, on the spokes of your wheel. And the other thing that's really nice about this one from CYC is that it has Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth enabled, so it allows it to communicate with your phone. Cool. And in here I have a couple little foil packs of grease. Nice that they give that to you. And I have here, this is the piece that actually keeps the motor from swiveling out of the way from its own torque. So it sort of attaches it more securely to the down tube of your bicycle to keep it from rotating. And then I also have something, is this meant to be stuck on here? Oh, I see what it is. This is the magnet piece that actually attaches to your the spokes of your bicycle that associates with the speed sensor right here. And it looks like I have some spacers as well as the lock ring that puts pressure on the bearings to sort of keep it all together when this is affixed to your actual bicycle. And a few zip ties and a few more spacers here to make it up. So I have a 68mm bottom bracket, and this is designed for a much bigger bottom bracket, so I'm going to need to use these spacers in order to fit it properly on the bike. Here, this looks like, it's interesting because I see a plate here. Well, oh. So various mounting bolts. This feels very much like what holds the controller underneath your bike, which is fascinating because there's already one installed. So this is like the bash guard. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so there's, I guess they give you an extra one, or maybe it's a different one that fits a little bit differently. This is for it's a GoPro mount for your handlebars. Didn't expect that. I wonder if this is something that Johnny Nerdout just throws in there as a little gift. Well, this is interesting too. These are two side plates for the X1 Pro, and this is the X1 Stealth. So not entirely sure what these get used for, but perhaps I will find out. And I'm not even sure what this is used for as well. I have here some extension cables. Doubt I will need to use these because my bicycle, I'm probably going to set it up in a very conventional way with the battery on the down tube, so it won't have to stretch too far. And I will keep the controller actually affixed to the motor itself rather than putting it somewhere else. And so that's typically what people are going to use these extension cables for. And then here is the spindle. The bottom bracket's, well, it's not really a bottom bracket. Well, no, I guess it is a bottom bracket. This is the spindle that interacts, very much important here because it interacts with the torque sensor. So this geared area that you see right here, this nubby area in the middle, is going to be important for the torque sensor. I have, these look like the crankset bolts as well as a crank arm. Whoa, that's in there. So here's the crank arm. This is the left side crank arm. 175 millimeter. I actually thought I ordered the 165s. Shoot. Might have to talk to Johnny Nerdout about that one. And then here's the other crank arm. Yep, 175. Looks like this here is the display. Let me just reach around here before I take out the main actor here. Yeah, this is definitely this is the display. I got the SW102 display, which is the one that is really low profile, tiny thing. Oh, love it. It's really small, so it's not conspicuous, and it'll sit there. I'd like to kind of keep my cockpit nice and clean. Too many things on the handlebars, it gets to look really messy. So having a small little thing like this display on my cockpit is preferred for me. For the main event, here is the actual Stealth Generation 3 motor. Wow, this thing is way beefier than I thought it would be. This is the latest controller, Generation 3, right? So this is the new controller that's associated with it. Apparently, CYC had all sorts of trouble with the previous controller that have been worked out with this one. And I think the number one thing is what I've heard is you have immediate torque associated with this as a result of this new controller. Amazing how much the controller has an impact on the performance of these motors. You can see that I have the lead. This is the lead that goes to the battery. This is the lead for sure that goes to the wiring harness, and this one for sure goes to the speed sensor that would be affixed to your rear wheel area. This is actually, I just want to sort of let folks know, this thing weighs a heck of a lot more than I thought it would. I don't know what I was thinking, but it feels like it's a hefty, good, I don't know, 7 to 8 pounds. I'm not sure how much it is. I'll put it on a scale to find out. Hold on just a moment. So I have here the kitchen scale, and wow, I hope this doesn't max out this kitchen scale when I put it on here because it feels like it. Oh no, I guess not. All right, so you can see here that it's 8 pounds, 12.7 ounces of beef. I guess that's what I knew it was gonna weigh, but for some reason when you're actually holding it, it feels hefty. I mean, it feels incredibly well built, I have to say that, but it feels hefty, and it's a little painful given that most of my life I worked on trying to make my mountain bike as light as I possibly could, and shaved off a few ounces here and there, only to turn around now and put on an 8-pound rock onto my bike. Seems kind of funny. But that's indeed what's going to happen. I hope that it will be able to allow me to use my mountain bike more than I do. I have back issues that really prevent me from being able to use my mountain bike, and perhaps having a motor associated with it will give me that little assist that I need to be able to actually go back to using the mountain bike like I used to. So keep an eye out for future videos where I show me rebuilding the bicycle that I've sort of broken down, as well as installing this motor and then testing it out over the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.